It's going to be that sea of glass. The elect is going to be able to see that the destruction that the Lord is going to take them from. And you're going to see it. It says, and over the mark and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, man. So the elect are going to be saved through that fire. You know? They're going to be saved through that fire and basically standing in the chariots. That's going to be beautiful, man. You know? And you're not saved, man, until then. You know? This is Isaiah 60:8. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows? See, it said come into the chambers. We're going to be able to actually look out those windows of the chariots and see the destruction of America, man. Amen. The scriptures are, this is the comforter, man. This is what the Lord left us, man. He's given us all the knowledge and wisdom and understanding. For if you don't know, if you can't get it, then it's not meant for you to get. And guess what? You heathens don't have it. That's why the heathens, instead of them seeing the chariots and saying, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, guess what they did? They took up arms and tried to shoot the chariot out of the sky, man. They don't have that understanding, man. You know? And Esau's not going to have it in that day either. He's going to do the same. Let me show you. This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 1. It says, and it came to pass. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And this is Ezra. It says, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that is moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, the man that waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Who is that man that waxed strong? That's Yahweh Shai. With the thousands of heaven, with the angels. It says, and when they turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. So when they come, you people are going to tremble, man. This is the strangeness of the elect's salvation. That you have, you not discerning, you have no clue of. And you're going to tremble when this comes, man. And it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that the voice, that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire, man. So, the earth is going to fail when it feels this fire of thermonuclear destruction. And it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men. Now these are the armed forces. This is Esau's, Satan's, basically like, army. Esau's army. You know, the armed forces, the army, the air force, the navy, and the marines, man. And Esau has created, in the last 100 years, they have been creating warfare to go against Yahweh Shai and the angels when they come. That's why every year, every 18 months or 2 years, there's a new aircraft that come out. You know, I remember back in the day it was F-10s. Now they up to F-35s, F-38s, F-40s, stealth bombers. They even have a plane they say is even better than the stealth bomber, but it's not going to compare to the angels of the Heavenly Father. You're going to find out, man, that your weaponry will not compare to the weaponry of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And it says, out of the number from the four winds of the heaven that subdue the man that came up out of the sea. So they're going to try to subdue Yahweh Shai. Just like those Iranians tried to subdue the chariot when it came through their zone. Right? When it came into their airspace. They tried to shoot the angel down. They tried to subdue the angel, man. And they're going to do it again in the time of the Third World War. And it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew up on it. Right? So that chariot is big, it's going to be big as a mountain, man. It's going to cover the whole sky, man. The fathership. Right? And it says, but I would have seen the region of the place where out the hill was graven, and and I could not. So Ezra was looking to figure out, damn, where is this, what part of the mountain is missing? And he couldn't see it. He was looking at a chariot, okay? And these chariots are showing themselves more and more. This is the day we wait for, the great day of Yahweh Shai and his angels, man. And it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they that were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet doth fight. And lo, as they saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up hand nor sword nor any instrument, man, because he's going to have these laser beams shooting out of the chariots. He said they was afraid, and the Lord put the spirit on them to fight against the Heavenly Father, Son, and his army, his angels, man. And that's power, man. That you could be so afraid that you fight. They didn't say that they were going to be so afraid that they were going to run. They were so afraid that they fought against him. And he put that same fear on them when you see that video of the Iranians shooting at the chariots. He put that spirit of fear on them. They feared that angel. So they took up arms against him. Right? And how they going to explain we couldn't even hit it. Now these heathens have a implementation of like what? We can't do nothing with it. Now they know. So when the Yahweh Shai come back, hey, those Iranians who are probably some Israelites probably among them, guess what? They'll probably start believing. Because the elect are from the four corners of the earth. Now if there's any elect that was in that army, they're gonna believe, man. They're gonna believe. Okay? And it says, verse 10, but only I saw as he sent out of his mouth, there was a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue were great sparks and tempests. These are these lasers that are going to be coming from the chariots, destroying you people, destroying the buildings, destroying the earth, man. And it says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight. So great violence is going to fall upon your armies in Harmageddon, the land of mountain of truths. This is that third world's war. This is part of the destruction of America, man. It says to fight, and suddenly an innumerable multitude of nothing could be perceived but the dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So these chariots are going to be pulverizing your people, basically turning your people to ash, man. It's basically going to be a cremation, okay? That's going to be the day that we patiently wait for. We're persevering, we're trying to endure, we're praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to help us endure. And stay in His word and keep, and hold fast till He comes. Just hold fast in His word, man. Okay? Now I'm going to jump to 2nd Ezra 15 and 29. And it says, behold, the days come when the Most High Yahweh will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Who are those? Those are the elect men. The men who have followed the SOP, the standard operating procedures of the scriptures, who have had faith and who have believed. Okay? And it says, and shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Because it's going to be confusion and madness on this place. Time of Jacob's trouble, man. Prior to the Lord coming and when He comes, it's going to be great confusion and great madness on this place. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. One realm. That means Yahweh Shai and the angels are coming from what? The fourth dimension, which is a whole nother realm. They're coming from a whole nother realm to fight against you people in the third dimension, man, who have went against the preachers, the doctrine, who have brought wickedness, man, who have lived your life in wickedness, okay, who have not took heed from the prophets and warning from the men of the Lord that He has sent out on the highways and byways to give you that warning, okay. Back in Isaiah 26 and 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chamber, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation is overpassed, till the nuclear destruction is finished," man. It's that time of those 7 plagues, that 7 trump. When all this is over, he said, hide yourself in these chariots, man. Hey, look out the windows, see the destruction of America, man. We're gonna see people just getting pulverized, man, getting burned up, man. Like Sarah Connor on the what was that movie, Terminator? 12, let me look. 12, 22. Says, "Come, my people, enter into thy chamber, shut thy doors about thee." So like I said, it's going into the chariots, and hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation is overpassed. Now, the precept to that is Exodus 12 and 22, which goes back to the Passover, right? And I'm going to read that. Exodus 12 and 21. "Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel, and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill for the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop, and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel of the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of the house until the morning." So they were supposed to strike the blood of the doorpost with the blood, so the angel would pass over them during that time of destruction in Egypt when he was killing the firstborn, and you were not to come out of your house, man. That's why when we do our Passover, after our Passover, you feel that spirit is heavy, and we get around the house and we sit down. You know, we don't come out, man. We don't be doing the Passover and then get done to Passover and be talking, I need to run over to Walmart right quick, or run down to the corner store, get some water. No, man, during that Passover, we chill, right? We rehearse the righteous acts, man. And it says, "For the lamb, for the Lord Yahweh will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood on the lintel and on the 2 sides of the post, the Lord Yahweh would pass over the door, and would not suffer the destroyer to come into your house to smite you." So, hey, in this particular time now, we have that faith, and we read the scriptures. If you are a part of that elect, the Lord gonna have that mark, right? That mark of exemption. When you read in Ezekiel, the 4th chapter, that Tawah. If you have that mark of exemption in your forehead, in your mind, the Lord was going to pass over you. He's going to save you out of the destruction of America. He basically going to beam you up into the chariots. Come up hither, man, into the chambers, and shut thy door. And you ain't going to be able to go out, just like the time of Egypt. You're not going to be able to leave out of the doors of the chariot until the indignation have passed, man. Just like the same when the Lord shut the door of the ark back in Noah's days. Noah and them was not able to open that ark door for anyone. So when the Lord told Moses, they had to be living on faith. He told them, strike the doorpost and go in your house and don't come out. Then did you think it's probably some Israelites who might have came out? It could be so. We don't know. And we're going to find out in the kingdom. We're going to be able to look back on this, what happened in that time. It probably was, hey, if you guess, it probably was some Israelites that probably didn't have faith. They probably opened the door and the angel killed them. But the ones who had that true faith, guess what? Because you have people, 2/3 right now, that are not obeying the law, statutes, commandments, man. They're not coming back to the Heavenly Father, nor are they taking warning. So you probably had people back then that struck the doorpost and opened their door and went outside to do some stuff and got killed. So in this day, we trying to hold fast to the word. So the Lord will beam us up in that day and put us in those chambers, man. And shut those doors, man. Because Because once you're in that chamber or that chariot, you're not going to be able to get out anyway to the end of nation pass anyway.